Hi there, welcome. I am MisterBo, and today we have a load of brand new Crash Bandicoot 4 It's About Time footage going up all over the internet. A bunch of influencers and media people have managed to get their hands on a private demo of the game and have revealed gameplay as well as a lot of information. Unfortunately, I was not one of those lucky enough to get hands-on, but we're going to be talking about what we're seeing and going over some of this new information. Now, the gameplay you're going to be seeing on the screen I've taken from GameSpot, IGN and PlayStation Access. I will leave links in the description below to all of their channels so you can go and check out the raw gameplay for yourself. Now, most of this information I'm gathering is from a lot of different sources. I've watched a load of these gameplay videos and I've put together a nice little list of some stuff we didn't previously already know. If you do enjoy this video, then click that like button, and if you aren't already, then subscribe. So the main consensus that I've seen from everyone who's played this game is that this game feels authentic to Crash. It feels like the old Crash Bandicoot games. It's fluid and it's hard, really hard, according to Toys for Bob. It's also very precision based, so if you aren't quite over a crate, you're not going to land on it and you're going to fall off. One of the new additions we're seeing in this game is the brand new circle under Crash. So whenever you jump up, you will see a circle on the floor to help guide you to where you're going to land. Now if you jump over an enemy, that circle will turn red to indicate that you're going to land on them. We also now know there is a death counter in the top right corner to indicate how many times you've died, because there's a lot of new collectibles in this game. You're going to be getting gems for getting all the crates, getting a certain amount of Wumpa Fruit in a level, and completing a level with no more than 3 deaths. With each of those objectives complete, you will get a gem, and not only that, levels now feature hidden gems that you can find off the beaten path. It seems like there's going to be a ton of collectibles to get and a bunch of replayability. Perhaps you play a level but you forget to get all the crates, well, you can go back, you can go and find the hidden gems, go take different routes. Talking about replayability, let's talk about how Cortex works in this game. So in these gameplay demos we've been seeing 2 levels, Snow Way Out and Dino Dash, and then a 3rd level called Snow Way Out, but in Cortex's timeline. So what is Cortex's timeline? Well, apparently they are optional bonus levels that you don't need to do, but if you want to do them, you'll obviously be able to get more collectibles and gems and stuff like that. The example that we see in this gameplay is that in the Snow Way Out level, Crash eventually comes up towards a ship and it blows up. We've seen this in all the B-roll footage, but when you play Cortex's level, you play through Cortex through the first half of the level until you get to a point where Cortex blows up that ship. It will then revert back to the Crash level and then you'll continue on. Now Cortex, of course, has a completely different set of moves and how he plays. We already know he has the ray gun, which you can shoot at enemies to turn them into a block, and then you can shoot that block again to turn it into a bounce pad. But we now also know that Cortex only has 1 jump compared to Crash's double jump. It's a much shorter jump, and Cortex also has a dash move. So Cortex's levels will play different from the Crash and Coco levels. It has also been teased by Toys for Bob that we might see other playable characters, for instance Torna, Dingo Dahl, or maybe Entropy, and they could all have their own unique way of play. Of course, that hasn't been confirmed yet, but when we learn more information about that, I'll be sure to keep you guys up to date. In this brand new gameplay, we also get the reveal of another mask ability. And this is the mask Lani Loli, the blue mask we've seen in a couple of the gameplay trailers, and the mask ability is to phase between objects. We see a couple of examples in this gameplay. Firstly, these crates. If you want to hit all the crates, then you need to phase into the other mode to be able to hit them. The same goes for when you're sliding down this vine. You'll see that there are crates that you'll need to phase in order to actually grab them, and there's also these mushrooms that you'll also need to phase in order to avoid them. So now we know of 3 of the abilities we're going to be able to use in this game as Crash and Coco. There is still 1 mask that we don't know how it plays just yet. Now another thing that I've been seeing from all of these gameplay previews is that this game is hard, real hard. And when speaking to Toys for Bob, they were actually really enthusiastic and happy about how hard this game is going to be. It's going to be like those original games. Now we also know we're going to be seeing the modern and classic mode in this game. Modern, basically unlimited lives. If you die, you always restart back at the checkpoint. Classic, if you lose all your lives, then you restart the level. Now you can actually switch between those 2 different modes at any point in the game and you won't lose any collectibles or anything like that. So that is awesome to see. If you're maybe struggling with a level, you can flick back to the modern mode and hopefully progress through it. Now one thing people have been a little bit unsure about is the size of this game. There was a rumor that we might be seeing 100 levels, and while that hasn't been confirmed at this current time, Toys for Bob has said this game has a ton of content. According to Kind of Funny, the levels will roughly take you about 10 to 15 minutes to complete if you're just sort of beelining it through. If you're trying to get all the hidden gems, all the Wumpa Fruits, all the crates, do it in a certain amount of lives, or just fully complete the level, then it might take you a little bit longer, which is cool to see. I do want beefy long levels, and it seems like we are getting that. There's also going to be a ton of Easter eggs that reference previous games, so we definitely need to make sure we keep our eyes peeled as we play through this game and look out for any little secrets here and there. And then the final bit of information we got, which we had already known, is that there are no microtransactions, and Toys for Bob have doubled down on that and have said there will never be any microtransactions in Crash Bandicoot 4. Zilch. Now that doesn't mean we won't get any DLC later down the line. Personally, I would like to see some DLC in the form of new levels that be added into the game, but we can safely rest assured that we won't be seeing any microtransactions in this game. So there you have it, that is some new gameplay, and that is a lot of brand new information and details from different sources. Personally, I think this gameplay looks amazing. It looks super fun, it looks super hard, the environments that we're going through look super detailed, and overall, I'm just excited to get into it. Not only that, all the sources that I've looked at for gameplay have said pretty much the same thing. This feels like an authentic Crash Bandicoot just brought into the modern era, and that gets me super pumped. Of course, there's going to be a lot more stuff to cover leading up to the launch on October 2nd, and then when the game comes out, I'm going to be doing a full walkthrough of the game. I'm going to be doing guides on where all the hidden gems and stuff like that is, so if that sounds like your kind of thing, make sure you stay subscribed. Of course, this isn't just a one-way conversation. I want to know your thoughts. Let's discuss in the comments below. What do you think of this brand new gameplay that's been revealed? What excites you most about it? Has any of the information here gotten you even more excited? Let me know. Again, of course, if you did enjoy this video, then click that like button because it helps support this channel and helps get this video seen by more people. And if you aren't already, then subscribe because you'll help continue to make this channel grow bigger and better. If you'd like to stay up to date with myself and the channel, you can follow me over on Twitter at @IamMisterBo. I'll link to that in the description below. Apart from all of that though, thank you very much for watching and for hanging out. I really do appreciate it. Hopefully I will catch you on the next one. And as always, take care. Bye bye.